What's up, guys? So, for Halloween this year, we wanted to still give out candy, but we wanted to limit the amount of contact that we're having with our candy to help with the current world conditions. What I've done today is I have designed some easy Halloween treat bags that you can give out for candy. So, these are individually packaged, which is great because you don't have a bunch of kids sticking their hands into one bowl, and they're super cute. So I'm really excited to be working on this with you guys today. And I've got 3 different designs for you. So there's a ghost, a bat, and a little pumpkin. So this is really awesome. Now, all you need for this project is some cardstock, your candy, little plastic bags of any kind. I'll show you what I use, and a glue stick, and your Cricut, of course. And that's it. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you how we're going to load up the project and then how we're going to put it together. It's super easy, guys. All right, so if you haven't already, head over to my blog. I will have a link in the description down below, and it'll have all 3 design files in there. So there's a ghost, a bat, and a pumpkin. So pick whichever one you want, and let's load it in. I am going to load in the pumpkin design for this quick demo. So once you load the file in, go ahead and hit save. And let's put that into our project. Now, this project is already sized for a 12 by 12 cut. If you are using 8.5 by 11, paper instead, which I actually happen to have more on hand, then you can just delete one and resize this a bit, and it'll fit on an 8.5 by 11. So 2 will fit on an 8.5 by 11. Otherwise, this is ready to go for a 12 by 12. Now, before we go to cut, there are just a few things we need to do. I tried to make this as simple as possible, but there are a few steps we need to take to make sure that it's going to cut properly. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ungroup everything. Just hit it once. Okay, don't ungroup these little separate pieces because we want those to stay together. So we're going to hit ungroup once, and then the first 3 layers we have here are the score lines. So it's really hard to see, but you can kind of see in between the pieces here. There's a little black line. Okay, there's 3 of them. So these are the score lines, but we need to tell Cricut that. We need to tell Cricut to score these lines and not cut them. So you're going to head over here to line type at the very top, and you're going to go from cut to score. And now they should all say score. Perfect. You don't need to do anything with these. And now all we need to do is select everything. So I'm doing Command A on the MacBook here, or Control A on a Windows. Or you can just select everything and hold Shift or however. And then you are going to attach everything. Okay, and what this tells Cricut is that it is going to score these lines across all 3 pieces, and yet these are grouped together, and that's exactly how we want this to cut out. All right, then you're gonna head over to make it. It'll already be sorted on our mat for us. Lovely. And you should only have 1 mat, okay, and it should say score and cut. So if you have 2 mats, you forgot to do a step, so go back and do attach, or I believe it's just attach. So go back and do that because it'll try to do things that you don't want it to do. So 1 mat, score, cut, and we're gonna go ahead and hit continue and make it. Now I'm just doing these on 67-pound cardstock. So I use the heavy cardstock setting, and I am using the single score tip. You can use double score, and I think it'll actually ask you to use a double score tip on the next screen when you go to make it, but I am using the single score because that's what I have on hand, and the double score isn't necessary for this. But if you have like super thick cardstock, then you probably want to use the double score. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and make it, and I'm going to show you how we are going to assemble these. All right, so we are ready to make our cut. I am using the light grip mat, and this is heavy cardstock, and this is the 12 by 12. So I'm gonna pop that to the machine, and it's gonna ask you to score first, and then you're gonna have to change the blade halfway through, and then make your cut. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we are done our cut. Now, I love how easy this peels off. So that was the heavy cardstock setting, guys. I'm just gonna take these right off. Now I'm actually gonna keep these pieces. These are nice little little pieces for like note cards. Small note cards, but note cards nonetheless. Okay, so it's super easy. All you have to do is follow the score lines. So there is a piece there for our window, candy window. There is a piece there for the bottom of the treat bag. And the pumpkin just pops out, and there's a score line at the top there. And that's where your little handle is going to be. Okay, now you kind of ignored that. The candy will cover that anyways. Now I'm just using these sandwich bags. They're from the dollar store. You can get 100 of them for like $1.25 in Canada. So that's what I'm using because they're nice and cheap. If you have like 3x4 poly bags, then it might be a little bit easier for you for this next step. But otherwise, just use what you have on hand. These are really cheap. Okay, so all you need to do now is grab one of your bags. And then just put the candy in one side of the bag. And I'm just folding this bag in half. I'm kind of just rolling it down a little bit, the top there. And then I'm going to take my candy box and put that right there. And just make sure your candy fits in nice. So just shift your candy around if it's not sitting right, but this should be just fine for all the mini chocolate bars that you can buy at the grocery store. And now you take your stapler and you're just going to staple the bag to the front side. And then you're going to fold it over and it's going to sit like this. Okay? So all I'm doing is taking my glue stick, and just regular glue stick, and I'm just going to go across the top here, starting from the score line. I'm just going to go all the way across. Okay, I'm not going to do all of this because that actually goes into the window, so it's not really necessary. One big like swish of glue across there should be just fine. And then you're just going to line it up against that score line and fold it over and press. And that's it. So this is the pumpkin treat bag. And then we've also got the ghost treat bag and the bat treat bag. So once again, all of these files are available over at my blog. They are completely free for you to download and use. And yeah, I hope you guys like this. This is really nice because my husband was saying it's really cool because you can just pick it up with 2 fingers. So you don't even have to like reach it and grab the bag. You can just like minimal touching, right? Anyways, I hope you guys like this. Let me know if you did. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And yeah, I will see you next time. Happy Halloween, guys.